Hey everybody, welcome back to another video. This time I have a quick news update, which I don't normally do, but I saw this tweet from the Pokemon Twitter account, and I just watched a couple of videos of some other YouTubers discussing it, but they talked about it after this initial tweet only, which was, this one here actually was the initial tweet 5 hours ago, and I'm recording this around midnight Eastern Standard Time on December 9th. So if you're watching this after, well after that time, then maybe the announcements actually happened. But right now they're teasing something. And alright, so we got this first tweet from 5 hours ago. Hey there, it's your mate, the ball guy. Trainers, since we're such good friends, I have a major favor to ask. I was so excited to tweet that I dropped all my Pokeballs. Would you please help me pick them up? I dropped them all here. Oh no. If you go to the page, it takes you to the Pokemon Legends Arceus page. And look at all the balls. Oh no, all my Pokeballs. Would you be a good sport and help me pick them up? Sure, friend. And then you have seen some people do this, but you get to click around. Let's click on some balls. I'm trying something here. Alright, let's see if my theory is correct. Maybe. See, I'm clicking on all the balls that are non-standard Pokeballs. Because there's one thing that the standard balls resemble. And here, let's see if I start clicking. So yeah, I clicked like the great balls and the heavy balls. But if I start clicking on the actual normal Pokeballs, eventually something should happen. Now look, there goes. Oh, it blows up. And what's the one Pokemon that looks like a Pokeball that likes to explode? That's right, friends. Voltorb. And my theory, because I watched a few people do this and talk about the tweet. And one thing nobody tried, at least the couple videos I watched, people were just clicking around the balls, but nobody tried clicking on the balls that don't look like Voltorb. See, Voltorb, he looks like a regular Pokeball, but if you click the great balls and the heavy balls, it never explodes. But once I start clicking on the regular Pokeballs, eventually one's going to blow up on me, because it's likely a Voltorb in disguise. Which, yeah, there goes the normal ball blowing up, but see, the great balls never explode. Nor do the heavy balls, at least not for my clicking here. Because nobody tried that theory. I had the theory the first time I saw somebody doing this, like, what if you only click on the non-Voltorb looking balls? Do they ever explode? And they do not. So, that also makes it seem more likely that they are now teasing Hisuian Voltorb. Now, what makes it more likely than even just this was my initial theory before I saw the rest of the tweets. But yeah, see, then the regular balls explode, which those happen to resemble Voltorbs, don't they? Yes, they do. But this was the first tweet and the one I saw in people's videos. But then when I came on the site here, maybe to record this quick video, I saw, this was 5 hours from when I'm recording this, or 5 hours ago. But then 3 hours ago, I was like, friends, thank you for all your help. We found so many Pokeballs, but we still have more to go. Remember the surprise I promised? Well, here's a hint. It looks like these very same Pokeballs, so it's very hard to find. Alright, see, before I read this, I was thinking Voltorb, and now I'm even more sure after I read this. Because the hint, it looks like these Pokeballs. Oh, interesting. Yeah, okay, alright. And then there's 2 hours ago. Friends, there is something I may have forgotten to mention. Do you remember the surprise I told you about? Well, if you touch it, it will self-destruct. So please be careful when picking up my Pokeball collection. And that kind of makes me lean even more towards Voltorb, since what do Voltorbs do? They like to self-destruct, and they resemble Pokeballs, and they resemble regular Pokeballs, not a great ball or a heavy ball. So when I click on those, they never explode. But once I start clicking on the Voltorb-looking ones, I seem to always get an explosion, don't I? So, if you had any doubts, I believe with like 99.999% certainty that they are teasing Hisuian Voltorb. And probably, maybe by the time you watch this, they'll have officially announced it. Right now it's 12:21 a.m. December 9th, 2021, when I'm recording this, and they haven't actually officially announced anything yet. So, a lot of other people predicting it's also Voltorb probably. But nobody saw it, but the videos I watched, they made them before these other tweets, which almost even more cements the fact I think it's Voltorb. Just to what the things they say. Like, oh, like, well, whatever I'm teasing, it looks like Pokeballs. Okay? And whatever I'm teasing, if you touch it, will blow up. Yes, so Voltorb, I know. So, and if you click on all the balls that do not resemble Voltorb, nothing ever explodes. So that was the one thing I wanted to test out when I first hopped on here and thought I'd just record it. Because no other YouTuber that I just watched, which I only watched a couple, but so maybe someone else figured this out. So don't quote me on it, that I'm the first, because other people may have had the same idea. But the couple videos I watched, nobody thought that. They were just clicking random balls, and of course, they get the explosion on a normal Pokeball. But nobody I watched tried just clicking the great balls to see if anything ever exploded. And see, it never does it? I wonder if that's because Hisuian Voltorb is going to look like one of these ancient regular Pokeballs, but it will not look like these Great Balls are, so those don't blow up. So I just wanted to get this video recorded and posted just for to document my theory and my little test I wanted to do, like just clicking everything but the regular balls. But then, I didn't even expect these other two tweets that were more recent to be on here, which kind of, after reading them, made my theory, and most people's theories, that Hisuian Voltorb is coming even more likely, based on the stuff Bald Guy's saying here. So, let me refresh one more time to make sure nothing else has happened since I started recording. Okay, so there's no official announcement yet, but I predict this is obviously referencing Hisuian Voltorb. Will be a new Pokemon reveal that we're going to get. Probably within the next 24 hours. Tonight is the Game Awards, so maybe it'll happen then, or around then. But there you go. I just wanted to document my theory, which isn't an original theory, but the little test I was doing, clicking all the non-normal Pokeballs. That was like my own little idea I had that no one else seemed to try. Oh, and it looks like I was right. So the only ones that explode are the Voltorb looking balls, so very interesting if I do say so. And I think that pretty much confirms, at least in my mind, that we're getting Hisuian Voltorb coming soon. The announcement probably sometime today. And probably, the one reason I also think probably today is because this website is like unusable. While you can't really do anything on the main page here. Except click balls. But you can kind of go to the other pages, I guess, up here. But the main homepage for Arceus is like being blocked by a downpour of Pokeballs. So we'll likely get a Hisuian Voltorb, and maybe I don't know if they'll just announce Voltorb or Electro too, since it'll be obvious we'll get an Electrode-looking Hisuian form as well. But either they'll show off one or both. But I think, especially after these more recent tweets, which I didn't know about before recording, saying, oh, if you touch it, it will self-destruct. It may look like the very same Pokeballs, so you might not be able to find it. They're a little bit on the nose now after that initial tweet. The initial tweet was a little bit mysterious. Now they're really hitting at it, I feel like. So, there you have it. Everybody, I hope you've enjoyed this little news update / theory video / I'm pretty sure Hisuian Voltorb's coming kind of video. So remember to click that like button and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. And I hope you'll have a wonderful rest of your day. Stay safe, and I will see you next time. Bye.